Once again, I wanted to bring you to a beautiful view of Mount San Gorgonio, the highest peak in Southern California. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart. And if you'd like, set an intention for today's practice. And then allow the sounds of the wind and the birds to just race through your body, cleansing and clearing anything that's ready to be released. Good. Then lower your hands down to your knees, putting them in any comfortable position. And then turn your head to the left. With your eyes still closed, imagine a scene of peace, of joy. In your scene, what do you smell? What do you hear? Maybe even what do you taste? And what do you see there? Notice everything you can about your space of peace. Before we turn our heads back to center, take a moment to see what emotion that vision of a peaceful place brings to you. Good, then gently bring your head back to center and take a deep breath here and relax. This time we'll turn our head toward the right. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine a scene of chaos. What does that look like to you? What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you hear in that scene of chaos in your mind's eye? Take in all the details. And before we turn our heads back to center, tap in to what emotion that vision brought to you. Good, then bring your head back to center. Once again, take a deep breath in and let it out. We're going to think about what just happened in our visions. We see that our mind's eye can create peace or chaos. Let's turn once again to that place of peace, turning your head to the left. Tap into that emotion that you felt there. Breathe it into your body. And then imagine sucking it all up into your body, holding it, turning your head to the right, and blow it out. all over that scene of chaos. See if that scene of chaos in your mind's eye was able to transform into something more enjoyable, more peaceful. And let's bring our heads back to center. Bring our hands to our hearts. And as the late Wayne Dyer, spiritual teacher, spoke, he said, I can choose peace rather than this. I can choose peace rather than this. We have a choice. We can choose peace rather than chaos. Feel that peace swirl through your body, through your mind, through every organ of your body. And send it out to the world through your heart. Good. We'll bring our hands down to our knees, and we're just going to begin to circle our bodies around. Allow your neck to flow if that feels good. Breathe in as you open your heart and breathe out as you lower forward. Beginning to warm up your spine. Keep the lumbar spine nice and strong. Holding your tummy muscles in, protecting the lower back. And when you're ready, reverse the direction. Beginning to warm up that thoracic spine. And possibly the cervical spine if you're moving your head around as well. Good. We'll come back to center. Oh, what a glorious day. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and lie down on our backs. We'll work our stomach muscles to begin. So find a comfortable way to lie down, maybe sliding your hands underneath your glutes, straightening your legs. We're going to continue sending goodness out to the world. We know that our thoughts not only affect us, but everybody else around us, as well as, in theory, the whole world. So let's send love to the entire world. We'll push our bellies down into the mat. Lift those legs up as high as you are comfortable. And let's send some love to the world, spelling the word love in the air with our feet. When you're done, lower back down, knowing that the lower our legs are, the more intense the feeling in our stomach will be. Now let's send some peace to the world. Push the bellies down, lift those legs, spell the word peace into the air. And lower down when you're ready. How about some joy? Let's send some joy to the whole world. When you're done, lower those legs back down. And you can either rest there, or if you'd like to join me, let's send some happiness to all beings. Spelling the word happiness in the air with our legs. Oh, and this time when you are done, you can either lower your legs or bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around them, and just massage your back a little bit. Good. We'll come back to center. Let's go ahead and lower our feet down to the mat. We want our heels right under our knees and our hands down by our sides to begin. We'll lift ourselves into the air and just hold here. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze those inner thighs in toward one another. Open up your chin. Good, and lower down when you're ready. One more time, lift up. Holding here. And lower down. You can rest with your back on the mat or lift up again if you'd like, or if you'd like to flow with your breath, you can lift up and down, maybe even adding the arms. Breathing in as we lift up, breathing out as we lower. Moving at your own pace. The next time your back is on the mat, we'll go ahead and meet there and bring our knees into our chest. Once again, rocking a little from side to side, massaging the lower back. Good. We'll come back to center. Open those arms out like a T or maybe a goal post, maybe even just over your head. And then allow your knees to fall to the right side of your body, maybe gazing over toward the left. And when you're ready, we'll come back to center and switch to the other side, allowing those legs to fall, this time to the left. come back to center, and we'll flow from side to side, knowing we can hold in any position or just continue flowing with our breath, breathing in at the center, breathing out to the side. In yoga, it's often said that as we do spinal twists, we are wringing out our egos. So as we breathe in, we keep the knees tucked, breathe out to the right, maybe touching the ground, maybe not. Use those stomach muscles to pull your legs back to center, and then breathe out to the left, deciding whether or not you'd like to add the cervical spine to your twist, looking the opposite way of your knees. We'll come back to center when you are ready, and go ahead and lower those feet back down to the mat. We'll take that right ankle right above the left knee, and we can push that right side open a little bit if we would like a little deeper stretch here. We want to make sure that right foot is flexed. This might be just perfect for you today, but if you'd like to deepen the stretch, thread your hands around the left leg, flex that foot and pull. Maybe using your elbow to open up that right hip a little bit more. We'll go ahead and lower that left foot back to the mat, and we'll just open our arms once again. We'll allow our legs to fall now to the left, keeping the legs exactly as they are. Maybe turning our heads to the right. Gently, we'll come back to center, and we'll uncross the legs and then switch, bringing that left ankle right above the right knee and opening up that left side, maybe giving a little push with our hand. If we'd like, we can thread our hands around that right leg and pull a little deeper, making sure both feet are flexed and making sure that our hips are square. gently, we'll lower that foot back to the mat and open those arms once again and allow the legs to fall this time to the right side, maybe gazing to the left. Carefully, we'll come back to center and we'll uncross those legs. Good, and we're all going to just roll onto our right sides. Rest here for just a few moments. And then slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. You can come into a cross-leg position or up onto your knees and then down onto your heels in Vajrasana. Choose what feels good to your body today. Once you're set, then let's go ahead and twist toward our left. Maybe looking over your shoulder. Squeezing those tummy muscles in to protect that lumbar spine. And we'll come back to center, twisting to the right. Back to center. Now we'll move with our breath, twisting from side to side. As we're in the center, we breathe in, and as we twist to the side, we breathe out. Move at your own pace. You can hold in any position that you'd like. Breathe in and breathe out. Twisting to enliven the cells of our bodies, twisting to release the sluggishness we might feel, enhancing our energy, enhancing our creativity. When you're ready, we'll come right back to center. Good, we'll go ahead and now straighten our legs. Give your knees a little shake. Maybe give them a massage. And once again, we'll twist our spines by this time taking our right leg, bending it at the knee, and hugging that knee into our chest. We'll hug it with our left arm and then take our right arm out and all the way around, sitting up tall, inspiring our bodies, making sure that we're breathing here, sending energy to our muscles, to our organs, to our nerves. When you're ready, lift that back arm. We'll bring it all the way back around and down. And then we'll just let that right knee splay open to the side. Lift our arms into the air, hinge at the waist, and just allow ourselves to fold forward here. Slowly roll yourself all the way back up. And we'll go ahead and straighten that right leg. Shake those legs out. Good. Then bend that left leg, placing it close to the right leg. We'll hug that leg with our right arm. Stretch our hand out and then bring it all the way around. Twisting our spines once again. Hugging that knee into our chest. Lift that back arm slowly and bring it all the way back to center and lower it down. We'll go ahead and let that left knee splay open to the side. Lift our arms up and hinging at the waist, we'll hinge forward and allow our bodies to hang here. We'll go ahead and come all the way back up and lower those arms down. We'll bring that knee back to center and once again shake those legs out. We're going to work our way up to standing now. So if you're with me and you'd like to come into a squat, feel free to do that. Otherwise, find a different way to come up. So if you're with me, we'll come onto our toes here with the toes out to the sides a bit and the heels coming together. Knees can be splayed out. Bring your hands to your heart. Maybe even lift those arms into the air. Good. We'll lower our hands down, bring our knees and toes to the center, and then just allow ourselves to hang here. Allow any bits of tension to roll off of you. We can choose peace rather than tension. When you're ready, bend your knees slightly and roll yourself all the way up. Good, and shake everything out. We're going to open our legs about 3 feet apart. And we want our toes out toward the corners of our mat to begin here. We're going to come into the horse pose. In ancient India, the horses were honored, and they were honored for their stability, their nobility, and their strength. So let's go into that position, honoring our stability, our personal nobility, and our strength. Maybe you can sink a little bit deeper, working those thighs. Good, very gently straighten those legs. Let's walk them in and just walk it out. Good, once again, we'll open our legs about 3 feet apart, but this time we'll want our feet facing forward. Good. We want to be grounded in the legs. We'll take our arms out, hinge at the waist, and then allow our hands to come down under our heads. Allow your head to hang. Relax here. If you'd like, grab your opposite elbows. Maybe swing a little from side to side or back and forth gently. Still making sure your neck is relaxed. Relax your face and your jaw. Good. Then we'll release our hands back to the mat. If you need blocks or pillows to place under your hands, you can surely do that. We're going to leave our right hand down under our heads and then lift that left arm up, coming into this twisted triangle. This pose is known to enhance our creativity, our Shakti energy. It's giving us balance in that we are twisting the upper part of the body, being flexible there, and being stable in the legs. And then lower that arm and let's switch to the other side. Lifting up, twisting. And lower back down, and then we'll just move with our breath. Breathing in, lifting up, and breathing out, lowering. Breathing in and out. In and out. finding balance in stability and in movement. Enhancing our creative energies. When you're ready, we'll meet back at center. Once again, allow yourself to just hang here, and let's interlace our fingers behind our backs. Squeeze those hands together, squeeze those shoulders together, and pull over your head, stretching your shoulders. We'll go ahead and lower those arms to our backs first, and then unhook those hands. Turn the toes out toward the corners of the mat, and then just flow from side to side, stretching your inner thighs, taking it to whatever depth feels good to you. We'll come back to center, turn our toes once again so they're facing forward. We'll bring our hands to our hips now, come halfway up, and then gently come all the way up. Walk those feet in toward one another, and once again, walk it out, taking care of our knees. We'll work on a little bit of balancing now. You can use a tree, you can use a wall, whatever you need if that's something you'd like. So we'll begin in our eagle pose today. We'll go ahead and stand on our right leg, cross that left leg over, sink in a little deeper by bending those knees. Now this might be perfect where you are today. You might just stay here. If you want more, bend your elbows. You're going to cross that left elbow over the right and hug here, stretching the shoulders. That might be enough, but if you want to deepen it, twist those arms around, bring those hands together, and lift the elbows up, maybe sinking a little bit lower. Maybe even wrapping that top leg around the bottom. Try whatever feels best to you. And very gently release, stretch the shoulders. And let's do that eagle pose on the other side. We'll go ahead and stand on the left this time. Cross the right over, bend deeply. Bring those hands to your hearts. Then we're going to lift them up, bending those elbows. We'll cross this time the right over the left, hug here. This might be enough. Or we want to twist those hands together, stretching those shoulders by lifting those elbows up. Maybe sinking a little deeper in the knees. Maybe trying to twist that top leg around the bottom. Good, and gently release. Fly those arms. Good, roll those shoulders back and forward. Good. Let's take care of those shoulders a little bit more. We'll have our feet about hips width apart, bend those knees slightly, open those arms out to the sides. As we round forward, we breathe out and then breathe in, open up. Breathing out, breathing in. Flowing with your breath. All right, we're going to thread the needle standing up right now. So we'll stand on that left leg, bend those knees, place that right heel right above that left knee, and sink in here like we did when we were lying down. Flex that foot. You may be even able to go deeper, maybe even touching the ground here, balancing. Feeling that outer thigh stretch on that right leg. Good. Gently come back up. And let's try the other side. Standing this time on the left, bending our knees, placing that right ankle right above the left knee and sinking in, flexing that foot, deciding how deep we might be able to go. Maybe touching the ground here. Focusing on a point that's not moving. Finding our drishte. Point of focus. Beautiful. Nice job. Go ahead and shake it all out. And we'll go ahead and work our way back down to the mat. So let's come on to our knees. And we'll stay up high to begin. Go ahead and lift that left arm into the air and just reach toward the right. And we'll switch to the other side. And then we'll just flow back and forth, reaching from one side to the other, holding our tummy muscles in, protecting our spines. Good, we'll lower those arms down, and now we'll work our backs. So, staying on our knees, we'll go ahead and touch our right hand to the right heel, and then lift our left arm up. Now we can be on our shoelace part of our feet or up on our toes. Either way is fine. We want to reach up toward the sky. Good, and then we'll switch to the other side, reaching up. And coming back to center, we'll now flow from side to side, once again knowing we can hold in any position. But if you're with me, we'll touch the right and lift the left, breathing in, and then breathing out, lowering down, breathing in every time we lift that front arm, breathing out as we lower. When you're ready, we'll all meet in a child's pose. So we'll bring our big toes together, sit back toward our feet, and maybe outstretch those arms, maybe even wiggle those hips a little from side to side. you're ready, walk your hands back toward your knees, and we'll come down onto our backs now. We'll go ahead and straighten that left leg, but keep the right knee bent. Then using the foot of our right side, we're going to just lift ourselves slightly into the air and move our hips to the right. And then draw that right knee over our bodies. Maybe looking over our shoulders. Maybe opening those arms nice and wide. Choose what feels good to you. If you'd like a little deeper pull, you might pull with that left arm or left hand. Good. We'll come back to center and we'll lower that foot down. Move our hips back to the middle and then straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee, placing the foot on the mat. Lift the hips slightly and move them to the left. And then draw that left knee over your body. We'll come gently back to center. Move our hips once again back to center. And we'll be going into our final relaxation here. You can choose whether or not to stay on your back. You can sit up if that feels better to you. Make yourself comfortable for Shavasana. As you relax, remember that you can choose peace. As thoughts come through your mind that are not thoughts of love and peace and joy, acknowledge them and let them go. We can choose peace rather than chaos. are welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. But if you're with me and you're lying on your back, very gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, and then relax. And then bend your knees and gently roll to your right side, relaxing there for a moment. And then when you're ready, gently push yourself up to any comfortable seated position. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. And in yoga we say namaste, which means I see and honor the light in you that is the light in me and in all beings. Namaste.